right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's stream. Yes. Oh. Yeah. I know. You're probably thinking, Rob, when did this stream happen? It didn't. It's a mock stream because I can't stream the intro with what I want to stream. So you're seeing what you got. So this is Everyman Hybrid Explained Part 1. It's a mock stream because we're doing an hour-long video, raw, uncut, unfiltered, unfootaged, etc. I'm hoping I get like all the I'm hoping I get this whole thing in here, otherwise that intro was for nothing. I don't know if I'm gonna age restrict this, but I probably should, but I never noticed that in the background. That was Who Could Win Rabbit by the Animal Collective. I never noticed that was in the background of that. Night Mind Nick Nocturne, you son of a bitch. Welcome back to Night Mind, friends. Thanks again for joining me in the dark.
Human health. Such an important and ever-present worry in our everyday lives. Eating right, sleeping right, maintaining the proper weight, keeping a healthy mentality. Years add up, and at the same time they fall away, and the pressure of making sure they count increase with every slice of birthday cake. There's just so much in life to take care of. How can you possibly hope to be perfect with your body, too? 206 bones, 36 teeth, 650 layers of muscle, miles upon miles of veins and arteries, over 20 feet of intestines, a gallon and a half of blood, and a brain comprised of billions of neurons. Add in a heart, 2 eyes, 2 lungs, and about a dozen pounds or so of other organs, and you're left looking at a really tall order of bits and pieces we're expected to take care of for a lifetime. But how could you possibly hope to keep everything in order on your lifestyle? Health is expensive. Gym memberships, equipment, all that high-end organic food, gadgets and devices to install order to new routines. The everyday person can't just hope to go into a health kick and make it with what they have. Or could they? What if there was a way for any normal person, your average, regular everyman, to just skip all that convoluted mess and gain a little health without a budget? There has to be a way to do it, right? In March of 2010, 3 college-age young men trying to fight off cabin fever at the end of a cold New Jersey winter came up with a plan to do exactly that. And they wouldn't just make it happen for themselves either. They'd share their plans with everyone who wanted in on the idea via the internet. You didn't have to find a gym instructor, a health specialist, a trainer, or anything like that. You could be all in one, a full hybrid of everything you wanted to be. Armed only with a camera, their ideas, and an open internet, the three friends got right down to work and launched their new series, Everyman Hybrid.
So this is a mock stream because I can't actually stream, so. I mean, I could, but I couldn't be able to record this.
This is Everyman Hybrid. We're here to show you that you don't need those ridiculously expensive gym passes and harsh regimens to maintain a healthier, happier lifestyle. We want to show you that there's sort of a yin and yang between mental and physical health. So we decided, why not make a video blog? We're hoping that we can put 1 or 2 out every week or so, and we'd love to hear from you if you have comments or questions. You can reach us at twitter.com/everymanhybrid or everymanhybrid@gmail.com.
Yeah, so he had to do he had to add royalty-free music because they got hit with the copyright strike and their music was taken down. But when I go into part 4 and 5 and the ones that have the Frank Sinatra music, we're gonna have that music in there. I do not give a fuck. Don't come after me, YouTube. You guys were C words.
Vinny, Evan, and Jeff spend the next 4 videos getting viewers on the track to everyday fitness without hesitation, starting with a practical new way to get in a jog even if you work during the day.
Hey guys, what's up? Just got back from my evening jog. It was beautiful. I got to watch the sunset by the lake. Now, a little word of advice if you're going to take a nighttime jog is you want to go a little bit before sunset, and you want to make sure it's a brisk jog, because if you exert too much energy, you'll be too energetic basically for the rest of the night. You won't be able to sleep.
That's true.
After this, we're treated to a workout room special on stretching by Evan, with some nice white noise distortion on the audio to help relax those muscles.
Hey guys, we are coming to you after this nighttime jog that Vince was just having, and I thought that this would be a good opportunity to talk to you guys about yoga. Now, yoga, yeah, it sounds like a chick thing, but it's actually not. It's really helpful for your muscles. So, let's say, for example...
Maybe the form of yoga is helpful for you, but however, if you actually know your history and you know your shit, yoga itself is actually derivative from the Hinduist belief. The yoga poses were actually the poses themselves are actually derivative of the Hindu gods and goddesses. So that's just a religious thing. I know you guys are gonna be like, oh, don't tell us. I don't care.
What you want to do is make sure that you're stretching out your legs, okay? And those...
It is good to stretch,
we
though.
move on to a topic
you need
that's
to relax your
new for
muscles,
most,
and you need
the
to help out.
connection between eating and dreaming. Our nutritional instructor Evan kicks off the tour.
Well, here we are in the cookies, and cookies aisle of our local supermarket. And the reason we're here is I wanted to show you guys
Make sure my
exactly what you
mic
should
is on,
be
yeah.
eating.
I like you. I like you.
This you really shouldn't eat. It's
Well, it seems our editor-in-chief Jeff forgot the all-important Everyman Hybrid theme music during that intro, but no
Copyright strikes.
worries. Evan takes us away from the cookies and chips to much safer options for a smoother, gentler night's sleep. Trail mix, dried fruit and nuts, whole grain, and natural corn snacks are all good options to eat. At the end, Evan and Vinny sit at the counter to review what we've learned today.
Now also, on the topic of dreams, not only food, but also stress, outside sources, pretty much anything can affect what you dream about. Like just last week I had midterms, and I was stressing out so much that I had dreams that I was running through the woods in my old elementary school, and it felt like something was following me. You know, that could have been a manifestation of the stress levels I've been feeling at school. It could have been a lot of things. So, not only do you have to worry about the foods, but also try to keep yourself as stress-free as possible before you hit the sack every night. What about you, man? You have any recurring dreams lately? What?
He's like, what?
You have to hand it to Vinny in spite of those odd dreams and midterm stress, though. Not only is this channel up and running, but so is the Everyman Hybrid Twitter. Dreams and eating. How does it affect you, hybrids? Check it out. Tell us what you think. Sorry for the delay this week, hybrids. Our guy Evan seen the beginning of a small ailment. No worries now. You saw him. He's okay. Well, it looks like we have to hand it to Evan too then. Feeling under the weather, and he still gets on camera and takes us on a trip to the market. It's no wonder the next episode comes up so quickly.
Summer's right around the corner, and you can do many outside routines, including swimming, biking, car pushes, fireman carries. Pretty much anything you can do outside to get your heart rate up is good, and we will show you some of these. Evan, got anything to add to this list? Guess not. Anyway. That's the fireman carrying.
Alright, so Evan seems to still be a little bit out of it, but I'm sure he's okay. He looks just fine leaning against that pole up there as Vinny demonstrates a good way to mix up your jogging routine.
Of course he's...
Maybe now he's feeling a bit up to discussing today's topic.
Now, when you want to...
Oh!
Oh! Well,
Looks like
Jeff
the boys
probably
are
had a bit of
having
trouble with
issues
the audio,
that.
but Evan certainly seems to be doing a lot better now, even if we can't exactly hear him. Still, his absence is noticeable as Vinny demonstrates how to use some home gym equipment in the next shot.
Now, let's say you can't get outside, right? And you still want to run. This is your old faithful right here, the treadmill.
A treadmill,
Now,
baby!
Most people use it whether they have a time constraint or the weather's just terrible. Now let's say you have bad knees or a bad back. That's when you want to go for a low impact machine like the elliptical.
Yep,
Now, the
ellipticals are actually really good to use.
Are very good. Sometimes they have a better workout than the treadmills. The only downside is they're a little bit pricier. These bad boys, the treadmills, can run.
I mean, you
anywhere
can
from
find like
$50 at your local garage
the
sale
shitty thing
to
is you
no
can
more
find a
than
lot of them
$700
like in
if you go for the big
the
boys.
you can find a lot of
Ellipticals, base
ellipticals
price
like on the
usually
side of the
about
road because people
$150
like
to
usually like they have
$200
them and they
for
throw
an
them out
ancient guy like this.
and they're like, oh, I
So
don't need
depending
this,
on
but
your
like
needs,
they're actually really good
Depending on your
workouts.
price point,
Both
you can pick one or
ellipticals,
the
treadmills, the
There's
supine
no
bicycle, and all that other stuff, or the electric bicycle, or whatever the fuck it's called. Yeah,
Hey,
They're good.
there's Evan. Let's see if he's feeling good enough to get in on the action now.
he's in the trunk.
This is car pushing.
Now this is car pushing. You want to do it either with a partner, like I have over here, or you can do it by yourself. You want to do it for about 1/4 mile at a time, but always make sure you have someone steering and having the brake controls.
Yes.
Just because you don't want a car neutral going out of control.
I've had that happen a lot, mainly because I had to push my car because I ran out of gas. But you know,
It's like
that was my fault. Oh, these mother fudgesicle ads. I'm gonna go ahead and yeah.
As a nurse, you
Go
get
ahead and mute those
100%.
so that way we don't get
At
any
Post University,
other
our
copyright strikes. 'cause I
100%
know I'm
online
gonna get
nursing
one
programs
for
are
the music that I used
100%
in the
on your
beginning, so.
schedule.
so that kind of
And the
concludes
music
this
we might
episode.
hear in here.
And we went over some basic cardio. We did some good stuff, I think. Is there anything else you want to add on the list, or are we good? No, I think we're pretty good. All right, so remember, biking, swimming, car pushing, rock climbing, anything you can do to get your heart rate up.
All things you can do right here in the Greyhound.
Exactly.
Evan, you also
For
got a
those who don't know.
souvenir from today.
What?
You even got a souvenir today.
Oh yeah, show me your souvenir real quick.
Yeah, so a little girl runs up to me today, and she says that a man told her to give me this.
Evan's
Which I
got
think is kind of interesting.
he's got a secret admirer.
We made a
I've seen
profit.
Yeah, we did.
America.
Looks like the
I mean,
guys are
yeah,
already making
sure.
fans outside of YouTube. They keep their morale and forward momentum moving and roll into the next
They
topic,
have
working
no
out those
idea
upper
what
body
they're
muscles and
working
arms.
with.
So what you're going to want to do is you want to start about here and bring your arms up slowly, bring them down slowly. Simple as that. And depending on your weight, you want to do either
That
8 to 12 reps,
right
depending
there.
on when you feel comfortable, and 3 sets of those. Now again, it's very
Right
important
there.
to go slowly. You bring them down to the starting position every time, and you bring them all the way up every time. Oh no, Evan, you know what happens? My muscles exploded and blew the power. You know what that means? Oh, no, get to the top.
No! Get to the chopper!
Well, that's the first time every single bulb in my basement blew out at once.
Sun's got to bed of peas, my brother.
Sorry, boys. Yeah, let's go to Evan's house and film.
Good to see Evan had plenty of spare bulbs to
Ironic.
correct the issue. Vinny and Evan are quick to move on and bring us to our next topic, affordable home gym equipment.
So, if you think about it, 3 months with a $70 fee for a gym, well, that's already above $200. But this baby, since it's under $200 and it has just about as much things as you can get from a gym, then that's a pretty good investment for you to have. It's definitely something that you guys should.
Not only that, but
Shoot, Planet
they're a lot
Fitness
easier
is
to
like a
maintain than you
$10
might
to
think, because
$25 a
people
month,
go
or
$200
$15 to
for a machine.
$20 or
It's probably
$25
not
a
gonna last that
month
long.
gym membership.
Honestly, these babies are built like tanks. It'll last for as long as you need it, as long as you keep it maintained and keep it in.
Is that the Bowflex?
Next, Evan introduces us to the importance of having available music for
Iron
your
Gym?
workouts.
Hey, Vinny, you look like you're missing something.
What am I missing, dude?
Atmosphere.
What do you mean?
Motorhead,
It's a very important
baby!
part of working out. You see, what music does is it keeps you focused, keeps you ready to roll. Some
They're
people like
wrestling
heavy, some
fans,
people
by
like
the way.
soft. I, for one,
I'm
am
a fan of Motorhead.
Check it out. Now, I believe I got That wasn't Motorhead. That was something else. My thing's probably on the fritz. It's been broken for a while. But what you guys want to think about is music that gets you pumped and gets you wanting to work out for a while, not just for really quick.
Truly, you've got to give it to these guys. That wasn't the perfect take due to what seemed like a lot of distractions, but they kept going. Let's move along into our next fitness lesson.
Do we really go on with this?
I mean, I want to, but we need to figure out who broke into Evan's house. Alright, so Evan, there is kind of a plus side to all this Slenderman breaking into your house business.
I mean, whatever Nick did or whatever.
I mean, think about it. Nick had a pretty good suit on. You gotta admit that. I mean, sure he broke into your house and took it too far, but we could use that.
I'm all for pranking. Alright.
I mean, us, the king of pranks, but this really took it too far, I think.
His parents are in big.
And not only that, but they didn't stick around and be like, "Oh, we got you. Here's the unknown."
That's what
Yeah.
irritates me. Like, okay, yeah, you're in my house.
Yeah.
Now
At least own up to it, yeah. But I think Nick, maybe.
I don't know, dude. He's not that bright. I mean, yeah, you know, he likes to joke.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
not that bright.
But he's not that bright, so he wouldn't know to be like, "Oh, here I am," you know?
I just know it's not
The only thing that ever gets me is where did he go?
Yeah, golly, good for him. Thanks. Yeah, let's write him a little note that says, "Hey, bro, thanks for being Slenderman. Thanks for giving us this awesome footage. But I would just like to add a PS that's
Like, how did he get out of the room? It's a second-story window.
I just know it's also left hand, dude. I don't know.
Yeah.
Can you really blame me?
There's a piece of my hat that's sticking out.
He's been acting a little weird, even before that, you know? Oh well.
You alright, man?
Let's get the show on the road. You ready, Ev? Let's get to filming.
if he ever breaks into my house again, I'll cut off his legs and shove him down his throat."
Yeah, I know.
We should use it though. It was pretty sick.
It was pretty sick.
That one.
Alright, let's do it.
Wait a minute.
Hold on. This isn't right here. First, there's not an ounce of footage about any of the topics they're covering. The video seems all haphazard and thrown together with a sense that we shouldn't even be viewing the conversations taking place. And what's more, the title, 3 dots. That's Morse code for the letter S.
Oh, S.
There's no reason for these guys to use Morse code, and even if they had one, that isn't much of a message. As for the Slenderman prank, would they happen to mean the faceless man in a suit that keeps appearing in their videos? Like in this episode, obviously
senor?
standing in the woods watching the car pushing exercise, or standing behind Evan at the telephone pole. How about here looking into the window of Evan's basement as Vinny demonstrates dumbbell curls just before the lights burst? Is he also the dark figure in the corner of the room stepping just out of view as Evan speaks? How about here standing behind Vinny in the exercise room of his house? And behind the door with Evan demonstrating stretching in this video? Is that the reason behind the cut of odd footage focused on the woods at the end of the intro with no context? In the opening video during the segment, an annotation will appear on the YouTube channel that says, "Sorry about this clip. It somehow slipped past our editor." It did seem a little suspicious at the time. And in the beginning of episode number 2, there's an annotation that says, "Hey there, hybrids. If things seem too obvious, check out episode 6. Now, I'll admit what you're all thinking. Yes, it was too obvious. Obvious to the point of being embarrassing. And it's almost cruel to not play along at such a good-hearted amateur attempt. With the joke this blatant, there had to be a point of admission in the near future or an opportunity where the guys gave us a chance to call them out on the joke. But to do so now just seems kind of wrong. This video letting the whole thing slip, no matter how obvious it was, doesn't seem nearly official enough to open a discussion about the Slenderman prank. Let's follow the advice of that annotation from episode 2 and head on to number 6, healthy eating. Jeff decides to get out from behind the camera and join Evan on an adventure to the market. They take us on a tour to find the best ingredients for a Santa Fe chicken salad before the video suddenly cuts to nighttime in Vinny's car following Evans on the road.
Is that Dave in the backseat of Evan's car, dude?
You know what?
Do you see that? I think he's trying to scare Evan. No lie.
He wasn't with us, though, was he? Where's Dad?
Alright, fellas. Campfire time.
I mean, let's just get a little more Slender.
Well,
in it.
Wait, Evan, second story, dude.
You check your remote. I'll check. It's Daniel.
You guys ready to slime to shoot?
Yeah, but where's the tie?
I left it in the car.
Where's the mask?
In the car.
What do you mean, man?
I left it in the car.
Vinny and
The
Evan break
fuck?
into the room while their friend Daniel, their new Slenderman actor, waits behind with Jeff. It turns out that whatever was in there playing Slenderman is now gone without a trace, but there's something even more disturbing about this clip. From the point of approaching Daniel to breaking down the door, Evan and Vinny completely changed their shirts. Before now, Evan was wearing a Pink Floyd t-shirt. At the end of the video, he's wearing a BioShock shirt. We don't know precisely what's written on Vinny's shirt, but it's also black with decals on the back and a white sort of skull on the front. Then it turns into a tan shirt.
What the
We know
fuck?
this is Vinny and not someone else because of his position ahead of Jeff the entire way upstairs. Jeff holds the camera, Evan investigates his room, and Vinny, in a black shirt with white
They
writing
had
on the
to have
back,
read
walks
House of
ahead,
Leaves.
finds
They
Daniel,
had to
and
have read
stays to the
House of
left
Leaves.
Jeff as he and Evan
There's
talk
no
to
way
him.
we're doing some
And though it's a
parallel
bit
universe
hard to
shit
see
without House
outside
of
when
Leaves
Vince slams the
because
car door and announces it's campfire
fucking
time, you
Tribe
can see
12 did it.
is him wearing
I
the
don't know
shirt
if
with
Marble
a white
Hornets
skull
did it.
decal.
They did
Evan
something
then
different,
approaches
but
him, talking about getting a
Tribe
little more
12 did it.
Slender footage
Dark
this time when
Harvest
they
did
shoot.
it. They had to have done House of Leaves.
Judging from the clothes worn during this video and the clothes worn by Jeff and Evan in the last video with the Morse code title, what we saw in the video named S is what happened immediately after this event. So why and how did they suddenly change clothes in an instant before breaking down the door? The fallout of this comes from Twitter a day after. It's been a rough week, hybrids. We just checked in on Evan and his family. Twitter a day after.
But it looks like they changed clothes again because
Clothes in an instant before breaking down the door. The fallout of this comes from Twitter.
it looks like Evan's wearing a Pink Floyd t-shirt again. So the... Oh. That was two of them. Oh, that makes sense.
Twitter a
I'll
day
explain
after.
it later on.
It's
Or
been
maybe
a rough
Nick
week,
will.
hybrids. We just checked in on Evan and his family. They're terrified, to say the least. This is just weird. J. In the previous tweet, we can see that the J stands for Jeff. The guys will be using their first initials to send messages from now on. On May 20th, a new tweet appears, this time from Vinny. Pretty weird week. Sorry for keeping you all in the dark about this. Everyman is assembling today to explain. Stay tuned. A new video drops later that day called Public Service Announcement. Maybe we can get
PSA,
some
baby.
answers now.
Alright guys, so pretty sure by now you've caught on to our whole shtick. We are doing the health food thing obviously, but also we had a little bit of our sick, morbid humor with our little visitor. But recently there's been some situation that Jeff's gonna kind of take over from here.
Alright, so we're not done. There's no way we're done. We're just getting started actually, but we're gonna be on a brief break for a little bit. I mean, it's probably gonna be about another week until the next video. We'll keep you guys updated on Twitter, but don't expect another video anytime remotely soon.
Yeah, and we feel that we need to take this break just because, you know, the severity. Someone broke into Evan's house pretending to be, you know, our Slenderman character. And we're not going to go into details with where our Slenderman and his end, you know, ours ends and his begins, but let's just say that not all of them are ours, and that kind of worries us. So we kind of have a deal on the table for you that Jeff's going to lay out, I guess.
I mean, it's Evan's house. Go for it, man.
Alright, here's the deal.
I'm gonna mute that for no other copyright reasons unless it's Nightmind.
If whoever you are, if you come out and just tell us, okay, I'm sorry, it was me, my bad, then there will be no repercussions. Okay, fine, just don't do it again. Water under the bridge. However, if you continue to hide who you are, and if you do it again, and we get you, we catch you, then there's going to be some very, very negative repercussions.
Yep.
So, if I were you, I would definitely just come out, tell us who you are, and apologize for it before this gets any worse than it has to be.
That's all we gotta say, guys.
Alright. Till later, Hybrids.
Keep you updated.
Alright, clearly something isn't right here, and the Everyman Hybrid crew isn't feeling okay, especially Evan. Vinny and Jeff seem to sense he's still off kilter a few days later.
Yeah, he looks like it
Alright,
too.
Hybrids,
Oh my
we're going
goodness.
to get Evan out of the house this weekend with a little hiking on the trails.
Like, seriously.
Check back soon,
Yeah.
Jeff. Vinny comes around to bring us up to speed on May 30th. What's shaking, interweb? We just got back from a hike and everything is seeming normal. Keep an eye out for our next vid soon. The next video drops on June 1st, titled A Day in the Life. The guys spend some time out on nature trails with 3 new people in tow. Jessa, Jeff's girlfriend, Alex, his brother, and Ryan, the group's friend. The day is very peaceful. The group explores the woods, finds an
Jessa.
old abandoned house or two, sit
Girl,
under the shade of
you
one giant
rocking
tree
that
in the middle of a
appearance.
field and
You
relax
rocking
on a
that
hill.
appearance.
There are some
Please
odd
don't
things
disappear
about the
for
footage,
some
though.
reason.
It's very slow at times and freezes quite frequently. We also spot Evan standing
If you
by
know,
a
you
fallen
know.
tree at one point, staring at its insides, who has to be told to come back to the group when they continue walking. After finishing
That's a
few
sign.
trail
If
hikes,
you
Evan's
know,
also
you
the one
know.
who calls it quits first, stating that he's tired and just wants to head home. Another video is added the same day this is uploaded. The guys have decided to perform a sleep experiment in which Jeff and Vinny will pair up to test how their bodies react to going for days without sleep, while Evan gets as much as possible and will keep a dream log. The video is in black and white for reasons we're not
Take a pic
told.
of this because
On June
I'm sending
4th,
it
we
to
get
my
a special
friend.
request from the EMH crew. Alright, hybrids, before we release our next special, we want to hear what you want to see from us. Email us at everymanhybrid@gmail.com. This week, Evan starts his dream log. Wish him the sweetest dreams, hybrids. Or something else more masculine. Tomorrow is Jeff and myself's last night of sleep before we go sleepless for 2 days. In the name of science and YouTube, of course. Catch the start of our sleep test live tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Come armed with questions. Unfortunately, the guys have more than a few technical difficulties and can't pull off the live stream until June 11th. Jeff and Vinny are downstairs and we learn Evan is upstairs sleeping. During the stream, we see a pair of legs at the base of the stairs that disappear into the back room. Someone on the chat alerts Vinny and Jeff and Vinny goes to check, but comes back to say nothing's wrong. We find out this wasn't exactly the case on
Hi,
June
Dana.
13th in a tweet regarding the new
Hi,
video
Casey.
being late.
How you doing?
The reason, among other things, for the delay. Hold on, hybrids.
The photos.
The same day, Sleep Lab Part 1 is uploaded, which includes footage before and after the live stream. We can see once the stream ended that Vinny led Jeff to the back room to see what he actually found there, the action timestamped at 3:29 a.m.
But when I went back there, let's just say not all was kosher, dude. Just take a look.
Not all was salt?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Within the 10 seconds that it took for me to get up and get back, this was there.
No, I mean, we were online for a little bit.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, this wasn't back when we got the weapons out to mess with Evan before.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Dude, I might make some eggs and grits tonight. Oh my goodness, that would sound so good.
Shit. Do you think Alex could have done this?
Yeah, bro. I mean, look, it's our duct tape.
That's true. Yeah, that's the stuff you got from work. I guess we're just paranoid, you know?
What's that, man?
40 hours. Hold up.
It's from the...
It's the I Like You doll from Acme.
Yeah,
What happened, man?
Looks like dog.
It's burned.
Shooting down my ideas.
Whatever, I mean... I think this is my brother trying to mess with Evan.
Yeah, but
Yeah, then we can't let him
we
see
can't
this,
let him
dude.
see this. Evan will freak out, and he's just now getting back
Can
to
you
normal.
see the words?
Let's get out of here. Get this in the morning.
My brother will, not us.
Alright.
The guys get past this and move on to 453 with a plan to antagonize Evan at the computer. When the camera focuses in, we can see he's viewing a site called Can You See the Words? The guys have some play fighting, followed by a time-lapse featuring an uninvited guest as the third layer of footage plays over the scene.
I see him. I see him right here. The Slender Man.
Searching online for Can You See the
Slender
Words
Man.
gives us a result. A Tumblr blog by that name run by someone who has been posting
Stephanie.
anything and everything that has to do with floods, water, and arcs. Every instance of the word flood and water has a strike-through line when posted, while some terms are defined using Wikipedia links. There are several pictures of floods and every appearance of the word arc is emboldened. There are also custom text pieces like the example on June 6th. He'll never find me here, but I just can't risk it. The page Evan was caught looking at in the previous video is a post for the song Plural for Sheep by the Sunstreak, which features the chorus, Hold Back the Water With Me. Again, the user behind the blog has crossed out the word water. There's also an excerpt from the novel House of Leaves on June 8th, a passage about a ship
I
named
fucking
the
knew it.
Atrocity
I
sinking.
fucking
In
knew
the
it.
sign is one man who seals himself in a cabin that defies the water pressure even as the ship sinks to the seabed and he's trapped in the darkness of the room. Then there's this piece, also from June 8th. Amid disquieting dreams in the night, when deep sleep falls on men, fear and trembling seized me and made all my bones shake. Job 1314.
Job.
Seems strangely
It's pronounced
appropriate.
Job. Or it's
Going back to
pronounced
June
Job.
8th on the Everyman Hybrid side, we can see Vinny tweeting about how it's going to be the last full night of sleep for him and Jeff. And speaking of Twitter, there's an extension of the blog on there too, accessible through a link at the top of the page. The very first tweet came on June 4th. My sleeping habits have been improving. Dr. Weiss says I can lay off the pills in a few weeks. The next came on June 6th. I decided to flush the rest of this month's pills. That weight's lifted, but I still don't feel free. Maybe I never will. We'll see. It's more than strange that the name of this blog would be advertised in the back room of Jeff's basement, but so far there's no discernible reason why, though we can see this is a very troubled person. On June 16th, Everyman Hybrid activity resumes. The guys tweet out a picture of their miscellaneous dreams throughout the sleep experiment. The first drawing seems to be from the perspective of someone in a bedroom facing an open door with something in the corner. The second is of a dark man standing in a doorway. And the third is a page of nooses hanging above a forest, with people below that have heads scribbled out. Sleep Lab Part 2 is uploaded the same day, detailing Evan's dream log. Evan's dreams during the experience are relatively normal. He has a vague dream of a picnic with his grandmother, nothing he can remember on the second night, and dreams of a roller coaster on the third. During the fourth night, Evan
Can
wakes
you
up
see
at
the words,
3:29
baby?
a.m., claiming Vinny and Jeff's noise downstairs probably woke him up.
Forgot
But he
that
says
I
he
was
can also remember the
following
dream
them.
he just had was a nightmare.
What the
He
fuck
was in a
is
town
this?
with a bunch of children who began disappearing one by one, and as they disappeared, you could hear them screaming in the distance. The more children disappeared, the more screams were added to the chorus. After all are gone, Evan turns around and finds himself in the woods where the screaming is at its loudest and there are bags hanging around. Evan tries to go back to sleep, and there's a moment of visual distortion followed by the shadow of a head on the wall behind him.
Hold on 1 second. I gotta check this message. dealt with a fake profile. So give me 1 second. We will be right back. I am actually going to have a distracting background, but I'm going to mute this so we can, yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and put these on here. Oh shit. Yeah, so I will be right back. I'm gonna make some food, and it's about to rain, so that's gonna be fun. So I'll be right back. Yeah, my cat's mad at me. I had to take her seat. Come on, Dusty. You had the bed. Come on, Dusty, baby. You know who I was gonna say? Oh, gosh. Yeah, she's mad at me. This is the second seat. This is the third seat I've taken from her. I'm sorry, Dusty. I don't mean to take the... It is what it is. Anyways, I made some eggs, turkey, and tater tots. Yeah. We're gonna continue this stream, baby.
At 4:30 a.m., he gets back up, says the noise downstairs is keeping him awake, and decides to just start his day. On June 17th, a video appears on Can You See the Words by its owner, a girl who's just moved into a new studio apartment in Princeton, New Jersey. She doesn't want to share her name and, despite being asked several times by anonymous users, she doesn't know anyone named Evan. There are paintings behind her, and the figure in a jester's hat has a piece of purple duct tape over its mouth. We can guess these are her paintings by the tweet that comes later. I'm actually really enjoying all these art courses. I thought they'd be a bit too hipster for me. And on the Everyman Hybrid side of the story, there's another surprise. A new Morse code video. The title represents the letter O and features footage of Evan playing with a Freddy Krueger glove while Vinny and Jeff argue about the backroom discovery during their livestream. The footage is spliced with scenes from a day in the life and what seems to be more videos during the day that we haven't seen, as well as video clips that just can't be placed. Vinny and Jeff don't know what to do about the Slenderman impersonator now that it seems he broke in and defaced Jeff's backroom, and Vinny insists that they have to ignore it and keep going or he'll win by shutting them down. At the end, Evan offers a thought. Maybe it's possible that the Slenderman they're dealing with isn't actually fake. On June 21st, the girl from Can You See the Words answers some anonymous questions. We learn that she's been seeing a doctor for past trauma she's trying to forget, and the paintings in her room may have something to do with her problem, but talking about it will only make it worse. Acknowledging it also makes life much worse, and whatever it is, it's responsible for her migration up north. According to the girl, I miss my old house, but I couldn't live there without my family. I guess I miss school too. The professors at the Alabama School of Fine Arts were phenomenal. The Everyman Hybrid Twitter becomes active next. So guys, really, what is this -- video everyone keeps messaging us about? Is this another channel or something? Just logged in to check what this is all about. The last video we posted was at June 16, 2010, Evan's streamlog. You guys trolling? 2 days later, a new video appears from our girl behind Can You See the Words, who has a response to all the sudden anonymous questions about Everyman Hybrid.
I checked it out. I checked out the this Evan guy, this Hybrid Men or whatever it's called. I watched about like 4 or 5 videos. It's amusing, really. No, they really do seem like nice guys. It's cute, but they shouldn't really mess with things that they don't know about. Just saying. It's kind of like making a Holocaust joke, you know. But I'm gonna go get to work. I need some sleep tonight anyway, so I'll check you guys out later. Bye.
The girl also takes some time in her day to answer some anonymous users. Not trying to sound angry or mean here at all, just taking a stab in the dark, thinking I'm onto something. You and the rest of your followers appear to beat around the bush, so to speak, in the question-answer sessions you posted so far. Has no one else really come out and asked about the Slender Man and your situation, or are you not answering those questions that refer to him by name on purpose? Evil does evil deeds, but giving it a name only empowers it. What happened has happened, and I do thank you all for expressing such concern and interest, but it'd be best for it to stay unnamed. I'm looking to help those already involved, not pull more in. What pattern regarding arcs, floods, water, and what have you are you referring to in one of the earlier answer sessions? Again, I'm trying to appeal to those who have seen, not bring more in. I'm not going to construct a bandwagon for the masses to die in. You mentioned in your latest video that Evan and his group are essentially messing with things outside their understanding. I fear your concern is well-founded, as in some of the videos past where you stopped, the joke became considerably less funny when things got real. You mentioned your parents left your old home. Why? I haven't caught up on the entire series. I've only watched up to 5. Well, my parents didn't really get the chance to leave. They're dead. On June 29th at 3:44 in the morning, the girl receives a slip of paper in an envelope marked by a symbol with 4 arrows pointing into a black hole. Inside is half a set of coordinates. Have to appreciate your apparently strange neighbors and their surprises at your door after a long day of work. The same day, Everyman Hybrid uploads a video titled Slush Pops and Surprises. The guys are in the kitchen where they notice what looks like a card taped to the sliding door. The envelope bears the same 4 arrows in dark center as the card from Can You See the Words, and inside, again, a set of coordinates, this time for west. It also appears to be ripped from the same sheet of paper as the girl's coordinate set. But at the end of the video, something truly unexpected shows. Enter the tragic hero and his unattainable companion.
Hi, Mom. If it wasn't for you and your study habits, I wouldn't be here today.
Wow. That right there says it all. I was in my 50s when I decided.
The guys host a live stream on July 2nd, which includes Alex, Jeff's brother. The video is in black and white, which they do acknowledge and claim it's due to webcam problems. The crew's been alerted by fans that the girl from Can You See the Words has the other half of the coordinates from the envelope they received, but they aren't going to do anything about it. She is, however, in Princeton, which they know is only about 20 minutes away. So the girl from the blog and the guys live in a very close area of New Jersey. The door-busting scene from the end of the latest Morse code video is also brought up. This shows Evan and Jeff breaking down a door from their trip during a day in the life. But not only can the guys not see these Morse code videos and think their fans have grouped together to play a joke on them, they say they don't even remember breaking down any doors that day. A fan even tried to send them a screenshot from that video, but it came through as a screenshot of YouTube's 404 error message instead. An odd tweet comes across next from Can You See the Words? I really must resist, but I don't think I can deny Hoagie Haven another visit. Lunchtime much? It seems that her disposition on the new hometown is getting better while Vinny receives another odd message. More random love notes? Inform your friend that he has missed something. On an otherwise blank sheet tucked in the morning paper. Can You See the Words goes back to fielding anonymous questions on Tumblr. What happened to your parents? How did they die? Last week, I probably would have had an all too emotional nerd rage response to this, but honestly, I have to appreciate your to the pointness. It's kind of funny, really. I'm not even sure my neighbors know we're gone. This guy overdosed down the street and that brought everyone's spirit down, and rightfully so. Don't get me wrong, the community was very tight-knit and loving, but they can handle maybe one tragedy at a time. I came home from school one afternoon. The house was a half-acre of ash. It stands cold and silent. I don't know why, and I don't want to know what. I've screamed and cried, and it's only grown stronger. There are others, I know it. There are those who use it for play, but there are others who know better. I think you know better. It's calmed for you. Help me. I know it is the equivalent of ignoring genocide, but you must occupy your mind and distract yourself from such thought. It's how I'm coping. It's the only way. Those Everyman Hybrid people have received a similar note to yours. It appears you both have opposing halves to coordinates. Perhaps you should reach out to the one called Evan. You mentioned your parents. Did it have anything to do with their passing? Forgive me for prying. As much as I love goose chases, I'm just going to avoid anything out of the ordinary at the moment. As for my family, check my last couple of posts. I've seen him. Then you know. My question is, why hide? Why live in fear for the rest of your life? Why live under its rule? Why not fight it? If I was being chased by it, I would fight it and live or fight it and die. Nothing in between. I would defy the monster for life or death. The strongest rebel can only provide it his strongest weapon. Things cool down on the Tumblr side of things from here, but on YouTube, excitement stirs outside of the Everyman Hybrid channel. A viewer of the series and user on the Unfiction forum going by the name Green Feathers took the set of coordinates the Hybrid crew and Can You See the Words received, went to the location, and found something. A wooden box with dozens of words and phrases carved into its surface. Fear the flood. I don't exist. Can you see? It's a plan. He's everywhere. Run. And no one can help you, just to name a few. On the inside of the lid, a drawing of Slender Man with tree branches for arms sprouting from the side of an eye. Inside the box, several of the torn, burnt, and defaced pictures Jeff and Vinny found in the backroom during their livestream. They include images of the forest with Slender Man added in, one with a circle that seems to be pointing out a dark figure. There's a shot of Jeff with hundreds of black tentacles closing in on his back as he runs, Vinny and Jeff with their heads burned through, and a piece of paper with a quote. Consider this a place of refuge, not from the waters, but from damnation. On the bottom right corner, a marking. One of 7. The Everyman Hybrid crew posts their 7th episode the next day, Self-Defense. Vinny begins the video with an intro that doesn't go so well.
What's going on, hybrids? Today, me and Ev, wherever he is, are going to tell you about martial arts and a little bit of self-defense. This is actually a topic that he knows quite a bit about, being a martial arts teacher and all. Also...
Wait, what is going on with Evan here? Let's roll back a minute. It seems that Evan is alone at the table with the cameraman focusing a flashlight on his back as if they're intruding or the lights are broken. That's not the end of the odd activity though. At 1 minute and 22 seconds into the video, you can see something moving in the window behind Evan as he demonstrates his move. There isn't much more to this, however, with Vinny and Evan going on showing martial arts defense moves. The guys end their video with an announcement. They're having a small contest. Whoever films the best Everyman Hybrid promotion, be it a poster or a bulletin board ad, whatever they feel like making, will win a prize. Those who participate are instructed to send their submissions to emhpromos@gmail. Back on Tumblr, Can You See the Words keeps up with her followers. Thanks for the advice about coping. I see it less, and when I do, it seems less... hostile? I do not know the proper word for it. Anyway, how did you learn how to cope as well as you have? Lie, even to yourself, that everything is okay. He is there, waiting. I don't leave. I wait. No movement, just waiting. Help. I wrote just this, almost verbatim, in my journal last year, before I knew. He starts fires. Shouldn't you take solace in the water? Not all floods involve water. Is the music another way of saying how you feel? And do you like Animal Collective? Just thought you might. Rabbit or habit? That last statement is more than a little bit strange, but we can actually address it. Do you remember the music from the first Morse code video?
We need to, oh no. That's it. Go right here.
It turns out this is from a song called Who Could Win a Rabbit by the band Animal Collective. The song features very broken musical pacing.
And that's the song that he played in the background of
habit
the heavy breathing.
In the video, we see
and
the
rabbit
tale of the
at
hare
the
and
beginning of
tortoise
this
racing
video.
played out by men in suits. After crashing on their bikes, the rabbit chases down the tortoise, tackles him, covers him up and leaves, and presumes he's won. The tortoise then escapes and finishes the race on foot, crossing the finish line. After this, we see the rabbit is dead and the tortoise is eating his flesh. The tortoise won a rabbit and he's going to celebrate by devouring him. This isn't the last time Who Could Win a Rabbit comes into play either.
And this is epic foreshadowing too, of who the tortoise is and who the rabbit is.
On July 24th, the EMH
or who the rabbits are.
Hybrids, guess what? Wildcard Ustream at 8:15 p.m. Eastern. During the live stream, they're joined by their friend Jesse via the stream chat, and Jeff's girlfriend Jessalyn is here as well. 8 minutes in, Evan gets up and starts pacing around the basement in circles. This continues all the way up to 13 minutes and 20 seconds in when Evans asks what he thinks about the girl from Can You See the Words. He seems to snap out of it, says she's cute, and continues pacing around. Then, at 14 minutes and 9 seconds in, Evan walks by slowly, purposely, with purple duct tape covering his mouth.
Yep.
At 15 minutes and 30 seconds, Vinny retrieves the coordinate paper after someone asked if they still have it, but he's holding the other half that the girl from Can You See the Words was given, not theirs. Someone also mentions Marble Hornets, which Jeff said in a prior livestream was their inspiration for the whole Slenderman act, and they make a $20 joke. These characters are fans of Marble Hornets, the online fictional series, and know about the culture around it. There's also a major section talking about House of Leaves and how Jeff finally convinced Vinny to buy a copy of the book. Around 21 minutes in, Jeff shows us a necklace he plans to give to Jessalyn. After this point, Vinny takes over the chat on his own and responds to a user who asks about the box Green Feathers found. The guys investigated the pictures that Green Feathers took, but still dismiss it all as a bad joke. Alex joins in, Jeff comes back, and they announce the next video will be on hiking. It's asked through the chat if Evan's okay. When he disappeared earlier, Vinny saw him go into the bathroom, but it's now been a very long time for him to be away. Jessalyn comes back later to show off her drawing of a balloon-headed man giving a child a balloon, and it's asked if she's an art major. No, she's just learning, but is in school. The drawing is an assignment for her art class. Speaking of artists, Can You See the Words posts an interesting picture on her Tumblr. Never going to guess who I passed tonight. Your friends.
The hybrids.
It's a picture of the EMH crew inside the shop she's mentioned on Twitter, Hoagie Haven. Now we know for a fact they're in the same local area and even seem to
New
frequent
Jersey.
the same places. There's a middleman approach response to this picture when someone on Twitter forwards it to the hybrid crew. Well, it seems that we have found our first paparazzi. We can't help Midnight Sandwich Princeton adventure urges. Meanwhile, another tweet from the side of Can You See the Words? Ever just connect with someone? Later on Tumblr, she seems to almost answer her own question. Absolutely. In the need to address this girl by name, someone asked her if she's got a name we can use and says most followers have been referring to her as Damsel. Her reply? I like it. On August 8th, Jeff tweets out that he and Jessa took a stroll around Lambertville the night before, August 7th, and shows a few pictures of the area. The next day, we find out who Jessa hung out with the night of the 8th as Jeff was tweeting. Damsel from Can You See the Words?
Hi.
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 We were just watching Miley and me. Marley and me.
We got twists.
Yeah, we got some Wawa.
Frozen ice cream. Hi. All right. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Did you catch that flash in the background? Let's play it again.
Marley and me.
Black shirt, gray shorts. Who does this look like to you? Certainly seems to be exactly what Evan was wearing during a day in the life, and he's running as fast as he can behind the girls with a purpose. What is Evan doing here? Despite Evan's hurried cameo, it looks like Damsel had a good time with an actual friend. So, later that day, why does she tweet, "Everything's fine, just not feeling well recently"? Was the video uploaded as a way for Damsel to cheer herself up? Clearly, not all is as well as it seems, and that goes for both fronts of the story. On August 12th, the EMH crew posts a new video, Joke's Over.
What's going on, hybrids? The other day we tried to, like we told you, film the hiking video with the tips and stuff, and something weird, to say the least, happened. And at the time I didn't think anything of it, but the night before, someone spammed me with videos of basically animals dead, mangled in bags. And we're just going to show you guys. We're going to show you what we got and see if you guys can think anything of it. Alright.
Vinny and Evan are in the woods on camera while Jeff films, getting ready to show us some hiking tips. They describe the kind of clothes he should be wearing on a hike and some equipment like the knife Evan brought along. Then the scene cuts to an outro piece. The hiking footage is completely missing. We know they recorded it due to the language Vinny uses, but that's not the focus here.
Alright guys, well we had a pretty good time hiking and giving you some real hiking tips because you guys moaned about it all day. But we got a little bit of rain on, but what can you do? You gotta be prepared.
Yep. Now,
inevitable.
but I figure that just about wraps it up, so we're gonna head back to the car, which is also another good thing for you guys to bring, because you don't want to walk all
And
the way
remember
back
where it
from
is,
wherever
because
you
if you
came.
forget where it is, you're pretty friggity.
Yeah. You guys hear that?
Dude.
Evan. Fuck.
Wawa's newest meal deal is here. Any sandwich, small fountain drink, and Hers chips, just $6.
3 hot kings.
Dating a celebrity is very hard.
21 hopeful queens.
Let the best bitch win.
0 red flags.
There is literally a list.
Pretty much on book today.
Well, maybe a few. Kings Corp, streaming on Peacock.
Do you have your knife? Give me your knife.
Here. What is this?
What the fuck is this?
Evan, you alright, man?
Evan's behavior isn't explained and not really questioned. The crew has something bigger on their minds, as Vinny explains next.
Later that night, Jeff called us, and after talking to his brother, we found out that he called his parents and his family, and he basically just said, what did he say?
Said he was looking for something.
He said he was going to look for something and goodbye. We found that kind of weird, so we tried to give Jessalyn a call, and she just didn't answer. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over and talk to his family and see if we can't get anything, because we're kind of all freaking out here. We want to get everyone together and talk about this. On another note, me and Evan both have little mini cameras now, and we're just going to kind of document more or less, just basically to have an outlet to get all this out, to talk to someone about whatever's going down.
Three days later, things turn strange for Damsel as well. She receives a box that was sealed with purple duct tape containing a new set of coordinates and a white porcelain disc with a birdhouse on it. A follower asks her if she's going to head to the destination, and Damsel replies, "I'm not going anywhere someone else wants me to go." Immediately after, she grants us 2 more messages answered. "Hey, have you seen Jessa recently? She doesn't seem to be answering calls." "I mean, tomorrow's Monday, I'll probably see her in class." "In the latest video, is that your friend? What's her name?" "Jessa." There we have it. Jessalyn, Jeff's girlfriend, is friends with Damsel, who she met in class. What class? Well, we know from Damsel's tweets and the livestream that both of them are currently attending an art class at their local school. Living within 20 minutes of each other or so, this is most likely at the same school, and even if it's not the art class, they know each other from a class at the same college. This has got to be who Damsel was referring to when she tweeted, "Ever just connect with someone?" This is the only person we know she's had human connection with in Princeton if her blog is anything to go by. Damsel's actively keeping herself secluded, so having Jessa as a friend and showing her off on the blog is very unique behavior. Vinny tweets out, "We'll get him home. He's not stupid. He'll come back with something. We need your help, hybrids. Let's find him. Where's Jeff?" The same day, a Tumblr follower tells Damsel, "Jeff's missing. Jessa's ex-boyfriend. You heard from either of them?" "What? She didn't tell me anything about them breaking up." The anonymous interrogators, you all, foretold her classroom absence. I'll try to get in contact with her. So, Jessa wasn't in class after all, and Damsel hasn't heard from her yet either. Both she and Jeff are missing. Meanwhile, a follower of the blog follows the coordinates from Damsel's box with the birdhouse coin and finds a package of their own covered with a purple duct tape slipcase. It contains another porcelain chip, this time with a blackbird on it, and on the back, a single word: habit. An Everyman Hybrid business card is also in the box with the name crossed out and a Slender Man figure drawn outside the window. There's also a page with a quote: "Time and space flee every which way, disregarding your beloved logic. 2 of 7. On the box are the phrases, "boarding pass," "you know where," and "one in the same." The same day Vinny tweets out that they promised to find Jeff, he uploads a video of himself and Evan going to Jeff's house to speak with Alex.
What's up, guys? Hey, man, what's going on?
What was that? Let's run that through again. Alex is still the one answering the door, but his mouth is covered with purple duct tape and there's an ominous figure standing near the kitchen table. Then distortion and we cut to the same scene done over again, but Alex seems to be glitching, repeating his action of opening the door over and over like Vinny did earlier in the self-defense video.
What's going on, hybrids? Today, me and Ev, wherever he is, are going to tell you about martial arts and a little bit of self-defense.
Vinny asks Alex if he's heard from Jeff since the night he called everyone to say he was going out to look for something and says that he hasn't. Vinny asks if things are alright between Jeff and Jessalyn, and Alex thinks she broke up with him and is giving Jeff the cold shoulder. She hasn't spoken to him through phone, text, or online in any form for a while. Vinny and Evan go upstairs to explore Jeff's room for clues and find a notebook, the one Jeff was going to use for their sleep experiment to record any hallucinations or odd experiences in as a result of sleep deprivation. There's a piece of purple duct tape on the front that wasn't there before and a drawing inside. Slender Man, but with a purple head, with a stick figure standing next to him, one on the ground and another lower on the page. They also find a USB drive sitting on top of Jeff's copy of House of Leaves. Inside are one of their business cards with writing on the back. I'm onto something. And there's also an open envelope but nothing inside. A quote is circled on the page.
Get that on camera real quick. Why did God create a dual universe? So he might say, be not like me. I am alone. And it might be heard.
Sounds like something out of the Bible.
Or House of Leaves.
Well, obviously he's trying to tell us something,
Yeah,
but...
but why wouldn't he just tell us where he went? Alright, well,
But what
at least
about
we got
this
this.
Yeah.
You want to go check that out and see if we can't find anything good?
Yeah, we might as well. Let's do this.
Alright, thanks, Alex.
The very same night, Jeff uploads his own video, I'm okay, and confirms it with a tweet. Good to see the support. I really do appreciate it, but don't follow me too far. I'm heading south. For now. Jeff is in a burned out building and says he's been led there by a dream. He describes an experience in elementary school when a fire broke out in the science wing and every student was accounted for except for him. Jeff hid while the others left, but after that... Well, we don't know the rest of the story as audio distortion hits and an hour of audio is lost. Jeff updates later in the night saying he realizes what happened but it doesn't matter. He found something in the building, some medical documents that shouldn't have been there, and knows where to go now. He'll do his best to keep us updated on the road. Just after Jeff's tweet of confirmation that he is alright after uploading the...
My apologies for that, ladies and gentlemen. I had a lot to eat in my belly, and I had a message come in that kind of completely caught me off guard and got me flustered, and my mood just got like 20 times better. Oh my goodness. And sorry, I'm like, yes. I'm so excited because like it caught me off guard. I didn't expect it. But like, it's like, hey. it's like, hey, neither of us has to say the awkward thing out loud. Like, like now we don't have to worry about saying the awkward thing out loud. Like now it's like, shit. But I think that's the best part, though. I think that's the best part. And you know what? I'm that that as scary as it might be, it really made my night. It really made my night. So yeah, let's go ahead.
During the video, we see something from Damsel. Daddy always said don't jump into water if you can't see the bottom. Then he died.
Well, did he jump into water because he couldn't see the bottom, or did he die?
Just find her.
From dying.
Please. She's the only friend I have up here, and I know you're all good people. Go.
Hashtag where's Jeff?
Her feelings are added to on Tumblr after receiving a message. So your Twitter indicates you really have no idea where she went, or that her man knows and is looking for her? I hope he is looking for her. She left without telling me anything at least. I know you all know she and I were classmates, but we were with each other a lot the last few weeks.
I'm gonna go ahead and close my blinds. My name's Jeff. Going to incredibly descriptive details so we all know. Guys, gals, peeps, Toms, Jacks, Jans, Juices, Jiminy Crickets, Galooses, Chanakanahooses, whatever the fuck that means. Guess what I found, baby? Guess what I found, baby? Guess what I found, baby? I've been looking for this for a while. I completely... Oh, shit. I almost dropped that. I completely forgot that I actually just had it chilling right on the shelf, but shit. Here we go. Oh, man. Oh. Oh. Too fat for this. Haha. Guess what I found, Mother Zuckerbergs and Zucks and shit. Whatever the fuck kind of Mark Zuckerberg is, I don't know. Yeah. Guess what I found? Oh no! Oh no! No! Oh, we were like 55 minutes into this shit. But yeah, guess what I found? I found my mouse. Oh boy. Hey, there we go.
When you make complexities
Hey,
your
that's okay.
specialties
Ads.
and keep compassion at your core.
I've been looking for this mouse for a
Where's
while.
Jeff? Her feelings are added to on Tumblr after receiving a message. So your Twitter indicates you really have no idea where she went, or that her man knows and is looking for her?
Oh yeah.
I hope he
I
is
don't
looking
know.
for her. She left without telling me anything at least. I know you all know she and I were classmates, but we were with each other a lot the last few weeks. We were supposed to all get together sometime soon. All of us. All of them. Jeff delivers on his promise to update on the road from Twitter.
Oh, your base.
You'd be amazed how far I-95 south, a student credit
your
card, and an old
base.
Maxima can take you.
Or belong
Last night,
to
miles
us.
away from there at this point. No reason to abandon your help, though. Thank you, hybrids.
Oh.
I-59 south. I'm not playing someone's game. Let's break the rules and follow a loophole. Something he didn't intend for me to find. The weather is almost as pleasant as some of the people. Whoever left me this knows where Jess is. I'm coming for you. And on August 25th,
I'm coming!
surprise,
Nobody
another
to
Morse
stop
code
me.
video, this
Nobody.
time meaning A.
Sorry.
It
I got
starts with a video
MVP.
taken from underwater, and there seems to be a struggle going on. Clips are
Wait.
spliced in between scenes of Jeff approaching a woman at an apartment and asking her about a Dr. Korenthal. She says the doctor died a few years ago, and Jeff asks if there were any patients he had nicknamed
O.A.
Habit. The woman gets upset and demands Jeff leave the property. As this all happens, the interchanging scenes are played to audio cuts from Who Could Win a Rabbit, which is the same song that played in the very first Morse code video. That makes two instances now
That
where
looks
songs being
like
used in
Evan's
videos we know the
hand.
hybrid crew can't see.
What is
The
going
intercut
on
scenes
with
of
the
audio
hybrids?
playing
What
seem
the
to be
fuck,
from inside
man?
a house with something very worrying going on as a person is dragged underneath a bed. There's also a very silent clip of Evan just looking through a sketchbook, and one scene of what looks like Slender Man walking by a building. But here's something really strange. The end of the video shows a very brief clip of Jeff, Evan, and Jessa outside during what looks like their hiking trip during a day in the life. But Jeff and Jessa are wearing entirely different clothes. On Twitter, a post from Jeff. There's no use in breaking. Not yet. I will find her, and everything will work out. Just fine. No use in hysterics. Not yet. The next day, a video titled 78 of 76.avi. The description reads, "Sorry for the delay, guys, but me and Evan have been trying to make heads or tails of this video we found on the flash drive that we assume Jeff left behind as some sort of clue. We're not sure what it is, but it's creepy to say the least. The whole thing is one clip and says it was all taken at the time of the day in the life video. We're getting more questions than answers, it seems, but we're not giving up on Jeff." It does seem to be from the same day because Jeff and Evan are wearing the same clothes from a day in the life as they break down the door. But once they're inside the building, Evan is suddenly wearing ripped jeans which we know are his from the failed hiking video Jokes Over. He was just wearing gray shorts and brown combat boots. He's still got on the combat boots, but his pants have changed. Then, when everyone inside passes through a dark doorway and the group ends up on the beach at night, we can see the back of Evan's shirt now has red writing. He was wearing a solid black t-shirt beforehand with nothing on the back, and again, his pants may have changed. They look gray now, not the light blue ripped jeans we just saw. We couldn't see Evan's new shirt when they stepped through the first door, but one thing's for sure. He has changed appearance at least once through these transitions.
Yep.
The distortion that occurs when Jeff and Evan kick down the door is the clue that something has...
Actually, if you paid attention, the video
just gone wrong.
The video where it takes place after Evan, Jeff, and Vinny see Daniel in Evan's house, and then when they turn around, the Slenderman is standing in Evan's doorway, and he does the head thing, and then Evan and Vinny break down the door. They change clothes in that instance, but then afterwards, they actually change clothes twice. In this video where they go down the stairs to Evan's kitchen. So, yeah, so, yeah, that's Evan's house. Yeah, that's Evan's house. Sorry, you'll
Vinny's
see why I'm
absolutely
getting
right.
confused in
This
a minute.
may have been
or in
titled as
like
one
a
clip on
few
the
hours.
USB, but it can't possibly be a continuous shot. Another video surfaces that day. No hysterics, not yet.
Hey everybody, I basically got to have a sleepover at some county prison
Ooh.
last night because apparently they don't like it when you sucker punch security guards.
Because it's a felony.
Complex.
It's a felony.
But they understood it was reactionary self-defense. They grabbed me from behind first. What can you do? I came all the way down here looking for a name that keeps coming up on these papers I got. Really don't know what to make out of it. I just know whoever's setting this little trail up for me, they didn't think I'd have these these records. I have some questions for the guys when I get back. I can say that much. Probably be hitting the road, head back up north sometime tonight. If not, I'll probably sleep on some highway, the edge of some highway or something.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot my mouse is right here.
Well, I'm all right. Like I said, I know whoever did this knows something where she is. Honestly, it's starting to irritate me, and I'm sure it's irritating everyone back home.
I know, buddy. I know.
I really just want to ask this to the authorities who chose to ignore us from the beginning. Is this enough evidence for you now? It's ridiculous. I'm trying to make contact with you guys soon.
What Jeff says about punching security guards at an apartment complex after trying to track down some names actually makes sense. But only when you account for the last Morse code video, which shows footage of Jeff approaching a woman in an apartment complex asking about Dr. Kornthal. However, Jeff didn't post that video. It's part of the Morse code videos that guys can't see, so how did someone get a hold of it? Jeff is out on the road. What's more, he mentions how he's following the trail that someone set up for him to go down, and he thinks the medical records are a piece they didn't expect him to find. Someone set up the trail for him, which explains a really out-of-place line in the video description. Heading back up north soon. I'll share the postcard with you soon. Maybe you guys will be able to make sense of it. You know, clues aren't actually trying to be helpful when they're written in such a cryptic way, huh? It's just someone enjoying messing with you, and nothing more. Jeff's entire investigation is seemingly based off of a dream that led him to his old burned-out elementary school and a postcard. But this is the first time he said anything about any postcard, and it's not even in a way half his viewers would normally catch. Could the empty envelope inside of Jeff's copy of House of Leaves have had the mystery postcard inside? Jeff finally returns on August 29th. Back in town, I have to find some place to charge all my stuff. Haven't talked to the guys yet. The gang's back together. At least that's one thing we can be thankful for. Apparently, the investigation regarding Jessa began sometime during my adventures. I just want you to come home. We are all together now, and at least we can maybe piece together some answers. I love you all and just want everyone to be okay. 2 days later, a blog from Damsel appears. I haven't seen Jess in a while. Some officer or agent or whatever you want to call the uniform came by and tried to question me today. I was on my way to work. He said they'll gladly be back soon. I'm starting to feel sick again. I probably shouldn't have gotten rid of all my medicine. I shouldn't have made friends.
Ooh.
On September 4th, the EMH crew uploads Reunion.
Hey hybrids, obviously I'm back. Like I showed you before, I found some old medical papers in my old elementary school building. They weren't supposed to be there. We're gonna look into that some other time, but the guys wanted to see what it was about.
We thought it was strange that Jeff would find confidential papers in an abandoned building.
In a school.
Yeah, so we thought it'd be a good idea to go back and see what we could find. We didn't find medical papers, but we did find a weird note. And aside from that note, we had a couple shots that we're going to show you guys that we're not going to jump to conclusions with, but...
We're not going to jump to conclusions with? Are you guys still seriously...
Jeff takes the guys around the building to show them where exactly he discovered the records. As they go along, distortion kicks off and Slender Man can be seen in the background. At the locker where Jeff found the papers, Evan finds a new bit of correspondence. A handwritten note from a girl named Lenny about a reunion in hell. Her warnings have fallen on deaf ears about a creature with black eyes and strange markings. It's claimed another one of us, and Lenny is sorry she was too late to stop it. On the way out, Slender Man can be seen again as Vince lets the camera hang by his side. These shots of Slender Man are the ones that have concerned the crew and prompted them to upload this video. It closes with a personal message from Evan, who states that he can't believe Vinny and Jeff can't see things for what they are. It's not just a man in a suit. It's not a prankster. It's much more dangerous and real than that. On September 6th, there's another surprise. Alex has started his own channel to keep tabs on events in his and his brother's life. He says that Jeff is going a little bit psycho, claiming his movies are coming to life and attacking him, that he's being hunted by a supernatural stick. The only reason Alex doesn't completely disbelieve Jeff is due to Evan and Vinny's insistence on the issue, and just in case, he's going to play along while keeping a third-party perspective for viewers. Messages pick up again on Can You See the Words? Where would Jessa have gone? What did the officer ask you? I have no idea. She didn't hint at leaving or anything at all. The police are getting more threatening each time they visit. Have a tiniest bit of a history and you're automatically a criminal, even if you're innocent of a crime that never occurred. I had a dream a few nights ago.
Cops,
he was
man.
in my house, then seeing me from out the window as if he's moving farther away from me. Is this good? Out of mind, out of sight.
Until you remember again.
A few weeks ago, my professor keeps asking me if I know where she went. So are the police. I'm in the same boat they are. I just want her home, and all they keep doing is drilling me for answers that I don't have.
Yep.
The next video comes on September 9th from Alex. He and Jeff are on the back porch just hanging out when Alex makes a big show of something being in the backyard. Jeff is tricked into the yard to investigate and is angered to see Alex set up a fake Slender Man near the shed. Alex says it was a joke and Jeff replies that he just doesn't get it. Later that day, a tweet from the Everyman crew. We're preparing a huge catch-up video, hybrids, just trying to make sure we include everything that's happened to us thus far. Information also comes through on Damsel's side. Can you explain the significance of when you strike through certain lines of text? When people make a mistake, they generally try to cover it up. I'm no different. And now we know. When Damsel posts something she's trying to cut out of her life or believes should be pushed away, she makes a strike-through line.
Excuse me.
It's a mistake that she has made in typing. Floods and water are her aversions. But we know now they're just metaphors. After all, not all floods involve water. The next message she replies to even confirms this. No matter what you've been accused of or what has happened to you, you haven't caused any floods. Thank you. Really. At this time, Damsel is struggling with police investigating her concerning Jess's disappearance, and she feels personally responsible somehow because she decided to make friends. This is the best way for us to discover that floods and water are metaphors for her, but there's another hint. Prior to this, Damsel has admitted to enjoying the rain. On June 8th, she posted, "I wish it would rain" by the Temptations with the comment, "every day" beneath it. And on July 20th, she wrote,
Every
"The
day,
few storms
bro."
we had the last couple of nights were beautiful. I'm amazed that I can use such words and not feel completely petrified. As I was heading home one night, I heard flood warning and my heart sank. Surrounded by people in Princeton, I felt completely isolated. But I managed to walk home, ignoring the intensifying rain. You have to understand that this was a major step for me. I thank you guys for the continued support. I feel comfortably content even as my apartment stands the water. It's the kind of weather to just play some old albums you forgot you ever had. Actual rain and floods don't bother her. Water is not the problem. But writing out the words she's installed metaphors for is a mistake because it violates her rules about thinking of the things she's trying to keep out of her life.
Makes
A new
sense.
tweet comes from the Everyman's side on September 20th. Hang in there, hybrids. We're almost done recording all the commentary we need for the catch-up. It's odd to watch your own videos, to say the least. All 19 of them. Hey, at least it's something to distract from missing someone, right? This is a hint that they still can't see the Morse code videos. As of the time this was posted, there were 22 videos in total on the channel for our side of YouTube. 3 of those are the Morse code titles. Take them out and you're left with the 19 visible to Vinny, Jeff, and Evan. The next day, a picture from Damsel appears. I wanted to approach him. I really did. We all really need to talk this out to find her. Maybe they'll see this. The next video arrives on September 26, titled Cops Checked, No Body. The hybrid crew is in the car with Jesse, their friend from the Ustream chats. Jeff finally shows us the postcard he received that started his solo investigation. From the clue about visiting a land of ash and waste, we can now understand why Jeff ended up at his old elementary school, which was destroyed by fire and had personal history with him.
That's not the
Vinny is
land of ash
driving
and
chimes
waste
in while
that they
Jeff
were
is
talking
how
about,
they
or
still
that the
can't
postcard
see
was
these
talking
Morse
about.
code videos fans keep telling them about, which is really getting on their nerves. If it's a joke, they're not laughing. They're also becoming highly suspicious of Damsel from Can You See the Words, and the things that she's expressed on her blog lead them to believe she's less than innocent. It's implied they think she has something to do with Jess's disappearance, but haven't made any moves about it yet. Evan also begins to tell Jesse about the papers that Jeff found in the elementary school regarding Dr. James Corenthal when she cuts him off. Her uncle was named James Corenthal. However, she barely knew him and remembers that he moved somewhere in Florida when she was very young. In asking Jesse if he ever worked in Ohio at a children's home, Jesse claims he might have practiced in some field to do with children, but doesn't know for certain. When the crew reaches their destination, we learn they're searching any local places where major fires occurred to try and figure out what land of ash and waste the postcard is referring to. While searching, they discover a dead girl with deep animal slashes on her wrist below a hand that still clutches a note. Jeff gets close enough to see
it's
it,
not
then spots something
Jessalyn, we all know
ghastly
that.
white on all four limbs crawling in the woods behind them. The camera switches to Evan and Jesse investigating in a pair who are swept up by Vinny and Jeff sprinting by saying they've got to go now. Jeff tweets out a picture the same day of the postcard he received with the Land of Ash and Waste clue.
Ah, but what's that in the
this
corner
picture,
though,
you can spot
baby?
something he neglected to mention. The word habit is typed in the bottom left corner, the same word on the back of the porcelain disc that matches the one Damsel received in her mystery box. The following tweet addresses the thread at the burned building where the girl's body was found. I'm not sure what we all, you two hybrids, saw, but we obviously didn't find Jessa, and that's why our search continues. On September 30th, Damsel returns the correspondence. Have the police been asking any more questions? Best of luck, Max. Thanks, Max. On topic, yes. Not so much questioning though as it is accusing. They're getting verbally pushy. At least the ones who show up at my door are. October kicks off with an Alex video. His dog, Sparky, is scratching at the closet door and growling late into the night. There are heavy breathing noises throughout the video and Alex checks the closet but finds nothing.
Hell no,
The same day,
dude.
a post from Damsel appears.
I would have gotten the fuck out
I
of
have
that
seen
house.
him. I believe you. I never wanted to help spread it, but it seems that either way, it wins. And I don't want to passively euthanize the world. What can I do? On October 4th, Jeff begins to break. Land of Ash and Waste. Where is it? What the hell is happening? And to think that some people claim to withhold answers. He uploads a video the next day serving as a video memorial. It plays several pictures of Jeff and Jessa and a clip of them together. At 53 seconds in, there's a sudden flash of something Jeff didn't put in. A drawing of what seems to be Slender Man in a pinstripe suit with the word guilty written across his head several times. Just a short time later, we get word from Damsel. They told me to expect a big change of scenery sometime soon. I think I heard him laugh as we hung up. I'm ignoring any calls with PD in the ID from this point on. Let them visit. I'll tell them the truth. I'm as worried as any friend would be. 3 hours later, a tweet from EverymanHYBRID starts a chain of action. Lies you shouldn't fall for. That artists from Princeton are anything to be trusted. Enough said. I'm on your side. Get it through your head. Lies you shouldn't fall for. Your best friend's boyfriend is rational. Lies you shouldn't fall for. That there was ever even a fire, I'm sure. I'm through with you, beloved EMH. See you later, hybrids. Yeah, let me force a nickname for my viewers. Real cute. The nerve of some people. Try not to shut the door on the hybrid crew just yet. Jessa needs all of you. It was a door shutting that got me interested in them, and now they've shut the door on me. Some things just have to be done. It's in the law's hands now.
Jeffrey.
Alright, documentary, get a load of this. Apparently, my dear friend Jeffrey seems to be jumping to conclusions and blaming an innocent woman for the disappearance of his girlfriend. That girl from the Can You See the Words website, who clearly is not guilty of anything except for desperately trying to survive in this messed up world and against messed up happenings. He apparently went to the police and basically blamed her for everything, saying that, of course, she was the last person to see Jesselyn. So now she's brought into this, and she's in, being interviewed or, God knows what by the friggin' cops. And of course, now the cops do something. Hey, great. I'm still awestruck that nobody else can see what's going on here. But either way, I hope this in some way helps in the very end. I'm just tired of this shit going on and on.
The next video is Good Things to Come by Alex. Apparently, Sparky's been at the closet trying to draw attention to something for a few nights now, so Alex is going to record the door for a while in case he catches something. The morning of October 8th, we hear about the fallout of Jeff's actions from Damsel. North or south, nothing changes. They put me through a mandatory psychological evaluation. A series of photographs, quotations, copies of my art were presented. They have no basis to fully arrest me, but after analyzing the results of said evaluation, deem it necessary to detain me. Whether it's a rat in a shoebox or King Charles of Zembla in his formerly majestic palace, a prison's a prison. I'm not sure how long I'll be gone. Thank you all for your help, and for being there since this all happened. Whatever they do to me, Jessa, I hope you're okay. I'm sorry you couldn't see the truth. I've left a small passage on the post queue. Maybe it will explain some things. Probably not. Yours. There's only one response Jeff can offer. You would understand why it was necessary if you were me. It all points to that girl. He includes a picture of a photo strip he and Jessa shared to underline his point. But on October 10th, his tune changes. Now that that's done with, I still don't feel any better. Nothing changed. We'll push on with this damned postcard, I guess. For her. The next video posted comes from outside the Everyman Hybrid or Alex channels. Instead, a viewer named Magus posts a congratulations video he was sent by the guys for winning their Everyman Hybrid promotional materials contest. It starts with the EMH3 talking to him through the camera, then is suddenly spliced with a piece of familiar footage, followed by something new.
Iteration bleed through.
We used to sit out here and talk all the time before she died.
Jeff, she's not dead. Stop talking like that. We're gonna find her.
Alright, man. You want me to show you something her and I made last summer in the shed?
Sure, man. Let's see it.
Look at this. Jessa?
Wait, what?
Jessa!
No, stop.
Where did that video come from, Magus? What kind of sick joke? Let me rephrase that. What the hell is going on? Magus, I know it wasn't your fault. You can understand my anger.
And that is part one of Everyman Hybrid explained by Nightmind. Now, what exactly is Everyman Hybrid? Well, it is a fitness channel. Well, people perceive as a fitness channel that turns out to be a Slenderman channel, and then that Slenderman becomes a little bit too real, and then other things start to happen. This is just part one. There are 7 or 8 parts in total. There's no need for me to do an outro. Let's do it. I will catch you guys in the next part.